Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. A lot of you have been waiting for some brand new knitwear because we are freezing, especially in Victoria here. Actually, most of Australia has been complaining about the weather lately being cold and unseasonally cold, even for Queensland and a lot of Sydney. I know a lot of people have been saying that it's been really chilly up there. It's been wet and rainy here in Melbourne and freezing. So we're looking for some comfy, cozy knitwear. I've got some in my online store that I just picked up. I actually made myself an unwind sweater, one of my latest makes here. It's one of my very favourite patterns from Pattern Emporium. It's the easiest sweater or jumper to make because really there's two pieces. You've got your front and your back. And then you need to add on either your cuffs. I've done mine in a little bit of a stretchy rib. I've gone for the hood. Now, normally I make them with just the crew neck, but this time I thought I want something really warm. So I added the hood on the back. So simple to do. I think I had it all done under an hour for the whole thing. That's even with the hem binding and everything. So really quick, simple make. I've made this one before in the shorter crop hip length style. This one I've done in a longer length because I just wanted to basically be a giant blanket to keep me warm and cozy. And I've also added on, back in Christmas, I think it was the advent calendar for Collie in the machine, the labels, I had a little embroidered patch that I thought I was waiting for the right thing to put this on, and I think this sweater really looks cute with it. So I'll see if you can see it up close. I know any of you that had this calendar would remember the little cute sewing box, but I just think it looks really sweet on there. So let's talk about fabrics. Now, the latest things I have here are some beautiful cotton brushed fleece. Now, the great thing about this particular fleece is that it's a great weight. It's really warm, super stretchy, and it's really wide. It's 175 wide, which is fantastic. So you won't need much at all to make something like this unwind sweater because of that width. So colour-wise, we've got the nutmeg, and you'll see the really beautiful quality. Now, this quality is the most superior that I've found, and I've done my research because a lot of places have cotton brush fleece, but the weight on this one is 320 GSM, which is just superb for that weight. Being that 95% cotton, 5% spandex means you have that four-way stretch. So you've got your, let me unroll a bit of this so you can see how nice is this colour. I just couldn't resist this. Imagine making a puff sleeve. Like there's even the Billy sweater, I think, from Tilling the Buttons. It's lovely, that beautiful puff sleeve. You could add some button detail onto the sleeve as well. That's the outside. So you see that really nice cotton, almost feels like a suede. It's really lovely quality. But the underside's what I love, and that's that beautiful brushed feel. So this is the cloud fleece you'll see on the website. As I say, 175 wide, which is just awesome. And I think this would not only make great tops, sweaters, cardigans, sweatpants as well if you love wearing comfortable pants. And I'm even thinking of making a two-piece set with maybe like a tube sort of style skirt and a little sweater with a high like funnel neck. And I know that Sew House 7 has that elemental skirt and the Cosmos top, which is beautiful as well. So that is the nutmeg colour. So hopefully that's showing up really nice on screen there, but that's one of my favourite colours. And let me show you the other colours. This colour is just superb. Now I'm going to unroll a bit so you can see. This is the azalea colour. Now the azalea colour is like a really pretty pinky red colour. It's a real warm kind of colour. You wouldn't call it red or pink. It's just in between both. And it's not dark enough to be called a burgundy either. It's such a pretty colour. So that's the outside up close. And the underside has that beautiful brushed feel to it as well. So it's quite weighty. Being 320 GSM, it's a really nice, warm, weighty knit. But being a natural fibre like your cotton, it's just lovely to wear and breathe well. Make sure to pre-wash this as well because cotton has that tendency to shrink a tiny bit the first wash, but being really wide, this fabric, you won't have a problem with the amount there. But also it just dries up, washes really lovely. It's a type of thing I want to wear every day because it's just so cozy. And so also think about making Sweatshirts, you know, you can make them a bit dressier. They don't always have to be super casual with a hood. You can make them a little bit dressier depending on the fit, and also with this sleeves, you can go for a dramatic sleeve. And also the Tilling the Buttons frill sleeve hack that I made with the faux cashmere last week or so. That would be beautiful in this too. So really nice and easy to sew up on your overlocker as well. I've done this one solely on the overlocker and just used the you know, just a straight stitch around the hemming on it, but that's all the only thing I needed it for. So the whole thing's done on a serger overlocker. So that's the azalea colour. The other colour we have is a really pretty blush colour. Now it's like a hint of a salmony pink, but not enough there to call it a true pink. It's a really soft blush. So I'd say it's a true blush colour with that really pretty toning in it, and such a great staple colour that goes with just about everything. So it actually looks beautiful paired back with that nutmeg colour, the rusty colour. That's a really nice combination. But pink's a nice warm colour to wear. It makes you feel cozy, and it's beautiful also with the grey. So that's that really pretty underside and that cotton front of it. It's really quite a lovely colour, isn't it? The most important thing to remember with this cotton, the cloud fleece, is don't throw it in the dryer, because there's that tendency to shrink a tad. I know a lot of us tend to go for the tumble drying this time of year because it's nice and easy, but really think about either drying this over something like your clothes horse or line drying, or even drying it flat, and you will get the better longevity out of your fabric if you look after it that way. Normally things like poly fleeces, that type of thing, you can throw in the dryer and there's no issue, but with that really lovely natural fibre, you don't want to shrink it up too much. And things like linen are the same. Don't go throwing them in the dryer because they will tend to shrink, and you don't want to be ruining any of your me-mades by being sort of more careless that way. So yeah, think about the way you dry them, especially for this time of year. But that is a really pretty blush colour. Now the last colour I have here is a firm favourite. We all loved this colour as soon as we saw it, because it's a really lovely forest green. It's not a khaki, it's not an olive, it's more of a true, like kind of like a bottle green. But such a great colour for wearing with things like black and navy as well. And that kind of green is a real staple in the wardrobe. It's one of those base colours you can just pair so many things back with. But look, a sweater dress out of that would be really cute with some little tights and boots as well. As even a cardigan, a long line cardigan with some nice wooden buttons. And I am getting some buttons in the store very shortly, some Arrow Mountain buttons, which I know a lot of you have been waiting for, some really special handmade artisan style buttons. So hang in there, they are on their way. But I can just imagine that with a nice wooden button as a cardigan. So that's the outside. And then you've got the nice fleece underside. And you can really feel the weight in that fabric. It's it'd be so cozy and lovely to wear, but not uncomfortably heavy like a lot of those polar fleece. I find I can't wear polar fleece because the thickness is just too hot for me to wear. But anything with a natural fibre like the cotton, definitely I would like one of every colour of those in my wardrobe. I think even more for wearing with pairs of jeans. Really, really practical. Next thing I've got to show you is some coating, so I'll get onto that next. The next thing I have is some beautiful wool coating. This is the Coco wool coating. This colour is olive. It's a magnificent colour, and I straight away thought I need a coat from this fabric because I haven't got a nice toasty woolen coat. The grams per square metre is 520, so 520 GSM, so it's really lovely and warm. It has 40% wool, 60% poly, and it's got a really lovely boucle kind of effect to it. Like I just think this would make a stunning winter coat, but really lovely on the underside as well. Not too prickly, nice and soft, but the weight and the warmth of that would be just beautiful. This is 150 wide, so a lovely width, but just so special to wear to make, if you wanted a beautiful wool coat, some gorgeous like gold coloured buttons would really set it off as well. There's so many great coat patterns out there and jacket style patterns, and I'm going to be doing an episode very shortly on some favourite coat patterns that I love. But I just think a wool coat could really be something special to have in the wardrobe. And if you haven't ventured into coat making, it's not as terrifying as it sounds. You don't always need to line your coats. You can always do things like Hong Kong binding with bias binding if you want to finish it off that way. But yeah, definitely think about making yourself a nice coat for winter or blazer style. Even a short, like a cropped style, Chanel style little jacket would be lovely in this weight as well. But such a pretty color, the olive. I think I can definitely see that over so many different prints, maybe a nice little dress with that kind of fitted style jacket. There is a really pretty itch to stitch jacket that I'll pop a picture up so you can see. I would love to make one of those in some of this coating as well, and maybe even think about fully lining it too. But I think, yeah, woolen coats are definitely a must-have, especially here in Melbourne. But having that high wool content really helps to regulate the body temperature without being overly thick. So it's a really, really nice weight. So that's the olive green. So you can see that up close again. I'll just unravel a bit more. Yeah, because sometimes it's hard to pick up on the camera. Has got a nice little bit of drape there as well. Isn't that a special colour? That is so pretty with that goldy, almost chartreuse sort of undertone to it as well. So the other colour I have in it, and this is Cocoa coating, and this is again, it's got 40% wool, 60 poly, 520 GSM, so really lovely weight, and you're looking at 150 wide as well. And that is the rose quartz colour. Really lovely, soft, kind of corally pink, a great staple colour as well. So many people love wearing pink in the wardrobe because you can pair it back with so many things, especially just a pair of denim jeans and some nice tan boots. And it goes beautifully with cream as well as even that khaki green on the nutmeg. So that colour is just so, so pretty. But I definitely want to think about making some coats for you guys for a bit of inspo. So yeah, I'm really feeling the pink lately. I haven't worn a lot of pink before, but I think that sort of warm tone pink suits a lot of people too. So it's nice to have something pretty and feminine in the wardrobe. So that is the Coco wool coating. The next restock that I have for you guys is that really pretty cuddle fleece. Now this is a new colour I have just put online. It's called a Blue Heaven. We're going with that milkshake theme. I know a lot of you loved the strawberry milk. We have still got a bit of strawberry milk. The spearmint I think may have sold out. There could be a tiny bit left. But this colour I just thought is just such a pretty colour. It's got tones of kind of the lilac-y blue, cornflower blue, but we've called it Blue Heaven. I think it really is a special fabric. It's got a rayon blend as well in it. It's got that beautiful brushed soft fleece outer side, and the underside is like kind of like French terry loop back feel, but a lovely weight. And that's been a really popular one online in the store as well. I think a lot of you just love the soft kind of baby blanket feel it has to it. It's really lovely to wear, and Mum made one in the spearmint green. She's worn hers and washed it, and it's come up really nice as well. The other colour we had restocked was the caramel colour, and this has really proved to be a popular colour, really good staple colour. It's got like a slight marl effect to it as well, you'll see there. So that is a cuddle fleece that you guys have really enjoyed buying that one because it's so practical and easy to sew with as well. This is a really stunning Cupro tencel woven blended fabric. It's called Wild at Heart. It is a really pretty colour, like a Merlot colour. It has this really interesting kind of textural feel to it with it's got like a shiny kind of animal print through it. I think this would make a stunning blouse or dress. I was even thinking of making something like a wilder gown, wilder blouse. Even the new poppy blouse from Pat & Scout would be stunning in it. A tea dress I think would be beautiful as well. But it's got such a lovely drape, and I'll show you up close. The colour is just gorgeous. I like a Shiraz kind of colour, deep maroon, but I think that would make a beautiful blouse or dress definitely for the wardrobe. So that's a new one we have this week. Now I do have some new poly chiffons. A lot of you have really loved buying these. I wasn't sure how the poly chiffons, georgettes and crepes would do, but I think a lot of you are loving a lightweight blouse, whether it's for work wear to make maybe like a pussy bow style blouse or something with a nice puff sleeve. So a nice delicate fabric. This one is absolutely stunning. This is a new poly chiffon we have called Orchid Road, and I just think the colours in that were just a standout. A beautiful soft drape. It's quite sheer. You'll need to wear something underneath that, but I think with that kind of pussy bow style blouse, it'd be stunning. I just think with the cocoa wool coating, the colour would just tie in perfectly to have a nice long line winter coat with a blouse underneath. Would really work well. So that is the Orchid Road, and you definitely think about something soft and drapey out of that one. The other poly chiffons I have here, this is another new one. We have the Zanzibar print, which has got a beautiful cobalt coloured leaf and that gorgeous Merlot colour through it as well. Some soft autumnal colours. I just think the colour combination in that is really pretty. I love anything with that kind of blue. I just think it really pops that colour out underneath it. So that's really such a pretty fabric. I really love making blouses with that kind of chiffon, soft drapey fabric, and really practical things to have in the wardrobe for layering as well. So that is really pretty. Savannah, that one is a kind of a leopard or a cheetah print. I never quite remember what the correct term is, but the army green kind of colour through, or like an olive green, would look beautiful. It has got like a kind of a gold effect to it as well. Really interested in making that new pattern scout blouse because of that nice soft overlay. She's got a couple on her page, on the pattern page there. She's shown with some sheer style fabrics, and I think that would look really pretty with like a chiffon like that. But I think anything with an animal print through it with that olive green and black, it's just so practical for wearing in the wardrobe, and they're very, very on trend at the moment. I don't think any leopard prints are going away anytime soon. I think they're very handy things to have because they do pair back with so many things, and you can really dress them up or dress them down as well. So that is a stunner as well. Now, another one that I haven't shown you guys in person before, and I have had it on the website. This, to me, is such a stunning textural fabric. It's called Gilded Bordeaux, and it is a cotton blend taffeta. So it has things like the gold fleck through it with kind of it's like an organza-y feel, but it's got a cotton element to it as well. So it's really lovely and breathable. I think that would be stunning in that Anthea blouse by Anna Ellen. I'm thinking of making a nice puff-styled sleeve blouse or even a dress, but having a lovely gold or mother-of-pearl button, I think, would be so pretty with that. So that was really appealing to me when I saw it. And I know you probably will have to either line it or wear a cami underneath, but I think having that bit of cotton through it, it makes it more breathable and wearable than, say, a regular taffeta. And it hasn't got that stiffness to it either. It's got a nice soft feel and that almost like a gold leaf effect to that print. It's like a raised print, which is so pretty. You can see the light picking it up there too. So it's a really lovely, like a aubergine colour background. So that is a stunning fabric, and I think I'd love to see some of that made up. So maybe give you guys a bit of inspiration that way. That was a nice quick update with some new fabrics on the online store. I hope you guys are enjoying all the new bits and pieces I have that I'm trying to add. Thank you so much for all the support with the bespoke boxes as well. The Avonlea boxes are on their way to you all now, so I can't wait for you to open those and see all the goodies inside. Yeah, we're really loving the fact that every box we've been making up, we've been a certain amount each month, and we are selling them all, which is fantastic. The numbers are around the 50 mark, which is perfect for Mum and I to be putting them together and gathering fabric that, you know, is more exclusive for you guys. I think keeping it around the 50 mark can, keep it a bit more special that way. So I've got new episodes coming out very shortly with some brand new makes. I have been very busy sewing. I'm halfway through my toile of my birthday dress. Also, I have a couple of makes, some cardigans that I've made up. I've got a brand new pattern release coming from Pattern Emporium very shortly too. As well as that, I've got a new June patterns episode, which I know you guys all love to see brand new pattern releases for each month. So that is coming as well. So plenty there to keep you occupied, a bit of inspiration coming your way. So I hope you're all having a wonderful week, and hopefully you're getting some sewing done as well. And I will be catching up with you very shortly for another episode. So take care, happy sewing, and bye for now.